Ratio tables are another way to look at ratios. In this one, I'm comparing my lawns to my amount of money. This is a vertical table as opposed to a horizontal table. Both of them actually say the same information, comparing my lawns to my amount of money. Okay? So when I'm dealing with a ratio table, I need to also compare my lawns to my amount of money. To go from 2 to 8, I'm multiplying times 4. Times 4. 4 to 6, I multiply times 4. So I must do the same thing here. Times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. So I know what that number has to be. Now a lot of people like to say, well, if I add 2 here, I can add 8 here. Add 2, add 8. It doesn't always work. Because as we see here, I'm not adding 8 to get to 48. I'm adding a different number. So I still have to treat this times 4 as part of my problem. So I took my amount of lawns, let's say L for lawns, and I'm multiplying it times 4, which is equaling the amount of money I have here. So thinking of this, if I know the amount of money, I'm going to do the opposite of multiplication, which means I'm actually going to take this 48 and I'm going to divide by 4. 48 divided by 4 is 12. That tells me how many lawns I must have had. Another way we could have done this is to use my unit rate to solve for this. So once again, 8 divided by 2. Or what do I multiply times 2 to get to 8? And it's 4. Try the next one. Does it work? 4 times 4 is 16. So 4 must be my unit rate, meaning I'm getting $4 per lawn. So if I know the amount of lawns, I can multiply times 4 to get that amount. 6 times 4 is 24. 24. And we can check with the other thing we did above, and yes, it worked out exactly the same way. So we can use that, or in this case, divide by 4. $4 per lawn, divide by 4 to figure out there would be 12 lawns. So what you're doing is you're actually finding the unit rate. This number that we found up here is actually the unit rate to my problem, and I can use that to fill out my entire ratio table.